Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is something very important to learn. Today I'm going to show you how we can make different shades of green using yellow and blue. We all know when you mix blue and yellow together, you will get a green color. But how we are going to get different shades of green is totally depend on the temperature of blue and the temperature of yellow. When I say the temperature, it means we have two different shades of blue. One is the warmer blue and one is the cooler blue. So you can choose any warm blue and any cool blue for this particular video. And I have two yellow as well. One is the warmer yellow and one is the cooler yellow. So I'm using lemon yellow and Indian yellow and cobalt blue and ultramarine blue. Cobalt blue is on the cool side, so this is cool blue. So I'm using two patch of blue. Now I'm going to try two different shades of yellow. So first is the Indian yellow, which is cool yellow, and another one is the lemon yellow, which is warm yellow. So once you mix these two yellow with the cobalt blue itself, you will see a huge difference into the shade. So let's try lemon yellow as well, and you will see the difference in these two. One is on the cooler side and more on the earthy side, and another one is little bit brighter, more of a sap green kind of color. Now let's try two more using two different shades of yellow. So first we have already tried the cobalt blue color, the cooler blue. Now let's try the ultramarine blue with both the yellows that we have. So first I used lemon yellow and ultramarine blue, and see the difference. It is totally different from the first two color that we have used. Now let's try Indian yellow and ultramarine blue. So I'm using Indian yellow, which is on the cooler side, and ultramarine blue, which is on the warmer side. And let's try how this color goes. And see, this is more vibrant, right? So likewise, I have four different shades of green. Mixing yellow and blue together depend on what kind of blue and yellow you are using, and that is why color temperature is absolutely important. So this is simple. For this particular video, you need two blue. You can try these two into the sheet itself so that you can understand how these two color is looking like. And you can do the same thing for yellow as well. So I'm creating these small patches so that we can see what kind of color we are going to use and what kind of color we are going to get. And you can also keep this sheet with you for future references as well. So let's try all the four shades that we have created just now, and then we are going to move forward with more different varieties of green and how we can make those. So the first one is cool yellow and the cool blue, and you will get a cooler green like this. This is more of a olive green kind of shade, you can say. Now the second one is again the cool blue but the warmer yellow, and you will get a little warmer green. Now you can name it as per your choice. It is more of a sap green kind of shade, you can say. Now let's try the warmer blue and the warmer yellow. So I'm using lemon yellow here, and the color you're going to get is little on the brighter side like this. So this is definitely a sap green color, I guess. Now let's try the last one, the warmer blue and the cool yellow, and you will get a color which is more of a mint green kind of shade. So if you are not using Indian yellow and if you are using something else which is on the cooler side, you might see differences in the color shade, which is totally fine, but eventually you will learn how you can mix these colors to get different shades of green. Now it is also depend on how much blue you are using or how much yellow you are using. So if you are mixing these two color 50-50, you will get different shade, but if you are mixing it 80-20 or 60-40, you will get different shades. So if you mix more yellow into the blue, doesn't matter what yellow you are using or what blue you are using, you will eventually get a green which is more on the yellow side, because we have mixed more yellow into it. So in this one I am using cool blue and warmer yellow and more yellow into it to make it look like lemon green kind of color. So you will see the difference. If you mix more yellow, you will eventually get yellowish green. Now in this yellowish green itself, if you mix little bit of white into it, you will get a little different shade. So let's mix white into it. So mixing different color like black, white, red helps you to make different other shades as well. So let's add more of a white into your yellowish green color, and you will get a different shade like mustard green kind of shade, which is on the lighter side. So these two is totally different color. As you can see, we have only mixed white and you will see the difference, right? So let's try the same thing into the palette so that we can understand, and we can also use this as a reference in the future. So same thing as above, the only difference is I have mixed white into it. Now if you mix more blue into the same green, you will get bluish green color. So I'm mixing more blue into it to make it more darker and darker. So eventually if you use more blue into your yellow, you will get bluish green color, which is also you can consider as dark green. And likewise, quantity is also important, how much quantity you are using to create your green. So let's do the same thing quickly onto this sheet so that we can understand it in the future as well. Now we have learned how we can mix more and more blue and more yellow to make different shades of green. Now let's try the last one. So we have done so many green until now. Now in the last one that we have created, the darker green that we have created, mixing more blue into it, if you mix little bit of black into it, you will get forest green color, more darker, and you can call it as forest green because forest green is usually darker in color. So I have mixed black into it and making it more darker. You might not able to see the difference in the video, but when you try it, you will definitely see differences in these two green. So the colors are same as above, just little bit of black, so I am keeping a black dot here. Now let's try a couple of more. So I want to create a tail green color, and for the tail green you need green color, more blue into it, and then little bit of white into it. So let's try this with this particular green, which is on the cooler side, and this one we have created mixing Indian yellow and cobalt blue color. And when you mix little bit of white into it, you will see a different shade of green altogether, but I don't think so this is tail green, but little different than that. So what we can do to make a tail green color? So here is the importance of green and different shades of green, right? So if you change the green color, instead of using this cooler green, you can use different green and try the same thing what we did in this particular step. So let's try a different green rather than this one to make a tail green, and let's see how we can get a different shade altogether. So right now I want a little brighter green, so I'm mixing ultramarine blue and I'm mixing Indian yellow. So when you mix these two, you will get little brighter but on the cooler side itself. So this is also cool green, so let's try this one. And with this particular green we need to add more blue to make it bluish green, you can say, because we are adding more blue into it. And once you add more blue into it, you will get a bluish green, and then you can mix little bit of white into it to make a tail green. So let's try. And this is my bluish green, and I'm mixing white into it, and see how beautiful this is. So now this is definitely a tail green color, I guess. And see, with one difference you have a very different result altogether. So we have created this green. Now let's make a couple of more. So I want to create a lime green color. So with the help of the similar combination we have used here, we can create a lime green, and for that we need warmer blue and warmer yellow. So for that you can use ultramarine blue, lemon yellow. Mix these two colors together and then mix white into it. So when you mix white into it, you will get a lime green color like this. So with the help of white, you can definitely change the colors like these. So I have used blue, yellow and mixed little bit of white to create the lime green color. I might be wrong keeping the name, I might taking the name incorrect, but all these shades are definitely different from each other. So you can try your own, you can make your own green, and let me know how you feel about these things. Now let's try one more. So in this one I'm using lighter green color. You can directly use from your palette as well. So light green color, and then you can use little bit of red into it. So you will eventually see something like this, and then you can mix lemon yellow color. So once you mix the lemon yellow color, you will see a olive green kind of shade. So in this one we have mixed green, yellow and little bit of red. Again, what blue you are using, what yellow you are using might give you little different result, but mixing little bit of red is definitely a game changer, and you will eventually see a different shade of green altogether. So for this olive green color I have used light green directly from my palette. You can make your own for sure, and then lemon yellow color and little bit of red into it. Always try to keep these things into the sheet so that you will get a reference for the future as well, like what you can do to make different shades of green. So that is something important. So keep these sheet clean and keep it with you for future as well. Now let's make the last one. So I'm using ultramarine blue. I'm mixing more green into it. I'm mixing same green which we have created just now, and you will see a result which is more of a ocean green color. So you can make ocean green using blue, the vibrant blue, and then the green which is more on a blue side itself, and when you mix these two color you will get little bluish color, and this you can call it as ocean blue. And see how we have created number of blues which you can definitely use in your work. So whenever you are trying to do some flowers or leaves and you want to paint different varieties of leaves altogether, you can try all these things with you. You can add a name also in the side so that you can understand it better. So something like this you can do for yourself, and I hope this video is helpful for you guys, and I'm hoping next time you don't need green color, you can definitely make your own green and work with those things. I think keeping limited palette is something very important, so that you can understand more and more about mixing color and color theories. So when you mix your own color, you eventually understand things better. So always try to keep your palette limited, keep all the primary colors with you and have fun with them.